Hello again, everybody. Takedown. We cover the sport of wrestling coast to coast and border to border. We can't get any further east than Providence, Rhode Island. That's where we find ourselves today. Head coach Todd Beckerman, head coach of the Brown Bears, joins us. Coach, how are you?
I'm doing great, Scott. How you doing?
Good. Congratulations. Our topic today will be your recent hires of both Tyler Grayson and Travis Pasco. Pretty important promotion of Tyler Grayson as a new head assistant there, but bringing on Travis Pasco is a pretty decent idea as well.
Yeah, really lucky to have the opportunity to promote Tyler Grayson to head assistant. He's been great for us. He's been at Brown for the last 4 years, and really great for my transition as a head coach. He knew the ins and outs of Brown, and he loves this place, and he's someone that's loyal, hardworking, and someone that's dedicated, and someone I can trust. And I think that was that's a big piece with Tyler.
Grayson, I know, started there at College Hill in August of 2011, helping Brown to its first All-American in 16 years. That's a big step, but now we build on that.
Yeah, it's all about building and momentum, and we have a plan in place, bringing the right recruits in, and keep that momentum going. I think he understands the recruits we're bringing in, and now adding Travis Pasco to the staff, another piece that can help keep that momentum going with the upper weights and the whole team.
I understand how Tyler Grayson's movement has been positive. How did the whole Travis Pasco hiring process take place? How did that all come about?
Well, I've known Travis. We were teammates at Nebraska, so I've known him. I've watched him coach for the last 9 years. He's done, 2 great stints at Oregon State, kicking butt out there, producing All-Americans with the upper weights, and then, helping out at coaching at Arizona State and Fresno State. So, he's been around. And, I think, he was one of the first guys I reached out to early on, and then he was in a great situation at Oregon State, wasn't ready to leave, and and then another opportunity opened up, and I reached back out, and again, knowing Travis from college, went a long way. I like having that that factor of being a teammate and then watching him, and he brings a lot to the table as far as coaching and experience, and so we're really lucky to be able to get him on campus and helping the team.
Look, there's some kind of a correlation here we can draw. I remember when Travis took the 1 year as an assistant at Fresno State, and Fresno State may be bringing wrestling back sooner than we can say, oh, did Fresno State go somewhere? But anyway, Fresno State had Travis there before Oregon State, and before that, as you mentioned, Nebraska, where he took 6 in 2005 at the NCAA championships. He was 84 then. Who do you see him working out with in the room most? Your 97s, your 84s, your heavies? Who?
Oh, yeah. Working with 74, 84, 97 at heavyweight. He'll be very hands-on with Ophir to, help get him even higher on the podium, and then helping our 74, 97 heavyweights. I mean, he fits the mold, and his style is a great blend of what we were kind of looking for, when we were bringing someone in. But he's gonna be great for the upper weights.
Has he had his picture taken yet in front of the giant brown bear?
He has not. That's next on the list.
Next, I'm sure it is. All right, so you mentioned Ophir Bernstein, who's this year a senior, yeah?
Yes.
Out of Allen, Texas. How do you see him transitioning from junior to senior? Do you think it's just another year where he sharpens his skills athletically and academically?
Well, it started right after the NCAA tournament. He made the University World Team, took a bronze out there for Israel, and kind of had a great summer to help prepare to get even higher on that podium in March. So that's his goal, to get back to the NCAA tournament and get back on that podium. So he has a lot to prove this year.
Coach, it's only getting more difficult out there in terms of competition, and recruiting is as well. It's there's a whole lot of parity in college wrestling these days. When you look at your roster for this year, this practice season, and then, of course, competition once it starts on November 1 and 2, who steps up besides Ophir as far as leadership for your squad, and what are your expectations?
Yeah, we have Billy Watterson's coming back. He took the year off last year. He's an NCAA qualifier from 2013. So he took the year off last year to start Beat the Streets in Providence. He actually started two programs that had the program in the school last year, and then he actually just started 5 more programs this past summer. So he's a big leader, on and off the mat. He's going to be very, very successful. So he's back at 125 to kind of help start the team off. And then, be a lot of freshmen from last year that'll be sophomores that were in the lineup that are coming back with experience. And then, we got some incoming freshmen that are going to look to fight to get put that thing on and start this year. So I'm excited with this team and what we have coming back. We have a 74-pounder that placed last year at the conference tournament, Ricky McDonald. So, a lot of guys learned a lot last year, and now it's using that experience for our season this year.
Coach, talk to us a bit about heavyweight. That seems to be on everybody's mind these days. The heavies have become so very exciting and very contentious is the weight. Who goes for you at heavy this year?
We have Ryder Cavey from Maryland. He was a freshman last year. He put some size on this summer. So, I think he's weighing about 240, 245, a good size heavyweight. But yes, you're right. I mean, it's fun to watch those heavyweights. I think, people are waiting around to the last match nowadays at the NCAA tournament competition because they're fun to watch. They wrestle, they take shots, and, it makes it interesting up there to see what they're going to do.
He was active at Century, I think. Century, but big heavyweight, and he'll be a sophomore this year, correct?
He'll be a sophomore this year.
Sophomore this year at 285. How close is he to 285?
He's in a good spot. He's around 245,
Wow.
Pushing 250, but pure muscle, no body fat, lean machine.
I know what that's like.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Where is, when it comes to recruiting, you've got kids from literally all over the country. How do you focus your recruiting these days?
Well, at the Ivies, it's definitely tough with the admissions part. So, but I think a lot of kids nowadays are starting to realize the value of an education. They're keeping their grades up from freshman year to have that opportunity to use wrestling as a catalyst to get into a Brown or get into an Ivy League school. I mean, what all the Ivies are doing nowadays, they're producing All-Americans and national champs. There's no reason not to look at an Ivy League school if you have an opportunity to get in. Use any means to get into these schools, and wrestling's that catalyst. They've been doing it all their lives, and now leave with that degree and set yourself up for the future.
How important is the alum base that you enjoy there as far as guys that have interest in the program? How important are they to your recruiting, to funding program needs and efforts? I got to believe more so perhaps today than ever before.
Oh, yes. They're very, very important. We have some great alums, very supportive, not only financially, but, time and energy. I mean, they go to a lot of the competitions and travel with us, and, they're a big part of this. We're going to start leaning on them for our team as far as mentors to, job opportunities and job placements down the road. So it's more than just wrestling with these guys. They want to impact them down the road and set them up. It's wrestlers helping wrestlers, Brown wrestlers helping Brown wrestlers. It's a great connection to have, and that's what these guys are getting into with that Brown degree.
You're starting it off the season off anyway, pretty traditionally with the Brown and White wrestle-offs. What is that date?
November 8th.
November 8th.
So coming up Saturday. Around 7 o'clock. We have so we're going to release our schedule next week. I wanted to, release the coaches this week and, showcase what we did and, spotlight them. But next week we're going to release our schedule. We're going to go back to Vegas. We're going to the Midlands again this year. One of the good trips, we're actually going to go out to California. We're going to do a West Coast trip and wrestle Cal Poly, Cal Bakersfield, Menlo, and then we're going to wrestle at Stanford. So, when we set the schedule up this year, it was not only based on preparing these guys for the NCAA tournament, but also to get our guys competing in front of our alums. We have a strong alumni base in that LA area, so they're going to drive to Vegas and see us compete there. Then we're driving, we're going to fly to Chicago. We got a strong alumni base out there from Midlands. Last year we had a little function afterwards, ate some deep dish pizza,
Nice.
Really connected with those alums. And then this year we're going to go out to California, and the AD at Stanford is actually a Brown alum, played basketball here. So again, we got a strong alumni base in San Francisco. So again, we'll have a big function out there. So, it's set to get them prepared for March in St. Louis, but also connecting with our alums. So down the road, they're giving them jobs or, setting them up for something else.
Coach, I appreciate the time today. The big news out there, of course, is the the elevation of Tyler Grayson, much deserved. And then, of course, the hiring of Travis Pasco. You and I probably have the same thoughts about him, his talents and abilities. What a great hire for the Bears.
Yeah, we're really excited. The staff's coming together.
That's the best part of it. BrownBears.com, wrestling fans. That's where you're going to find them online. It's Brown Bears. You go to sports, of course. You go to wrestling, and that should be your homepage. If you haven't made it so, do it now.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to more positive news as we make our way to conference championships, then on to St. Louis. Coach, are you looking forward to going to St. Louis again this year?
I love it when they host it there. Everything's close. There's a lot to do for the fans. You can fly right into St. Louis, direct flight. I like when they host it there, right in the middle of the country, and they always bring a great crowd. Those finals, the fans. I love it. It's a great atmosphere.
You got some great kids that are going to be hopefully making an impact on your program. Of course, I can talk about them now. Jimmy Bell at 141, Josh Durso Finley. I think he'll be at 84. That's at least where he's projected out of Lawrenceville, New Jersey. Strong kid. Andrew Labrie, it is Labrie, isn't it?
Yep.
That's how I've always been pronouncing it, 157 or 65. Is he better at 57, Coach?
Andrew?
Yeah.
Or Christian. I was just sitting down with them today. They'll probably flip-flop and move around. They're really close in weight. So, but I think they're going to grow when it's all set.
They're pretty competitive with
Very
each other.
Very competitive. It's a great twin set. It's my first set of twins I've recruited to a program, and I love it. They're great kids to be around, and they're local, so they'll bring a fan base, and it's good to keep those Rhode Island kids local here, and we're having some fun with them. But they're
twins
good. They're
bring
great
their own
kids.
set of problems, don't they?
They what?
Don't twins bring their own set of problems?
These are good problems.
I love it. At 33, Brendan O'Connor will join your squad. Dundee, Michigan. Nice job there. 4-time Michigan State place winner. You've got Austin Farr at 97 out of Marysville, Ohio, an Ohio State champ. And at 125, Michael Russo. He'll step in out of St. Peter's Prep, a New Jersey State tournament finalist. Just a solid kid. And then Zeke Salvo at 133 out of Baltimore, Maryland, and Mount St. Joseph, a Maryland State champ. Coach, you had perhaps one of your best recruiting years this past year. How do you feel about it?
I'm really excited with these guys. I was interesting to see how, getting the job July 1 at Brown, you never know the transition and how it's going to play out, because it's a quick turnaround when that early signing period comes. And, so really excited with this class. We got the guys that we needed. We filled the depth charts in the team, and, we got some exciting guys that like to wrestle. They like to compete, and they like to have fun. So I think it's going to be a great year for our fans to catch a couple home matches and, see Cornell at home, see Columbia at home, and, really see these guys put the singlet on.
Todd Beckerman has been our guest. Todd, again, brownbears.com. We appreciate the time. Our best to your staff and to the young men that will be wearing the Brown Bears singlet. It's going to be a good year for Brown.
It's going to be a great year, Scott. Let's get you out here.
I'd love to make that trip. I haven't been to Providence, Rhode Island in a number of years. I doubt it's changed much, but I'll guarantee you the wrestling absolutely will have changed by the time I get there. Good job out of you today, Todd. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks a lot, Scott. Thanks for having me. Have a great day.
You bet. He's Todd Beckerman. I'm Scott Casper, and thanks for watching.